Hello, everyone. Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and this is my official 2023 Arnold's Classics. Come on, do it. No, never mind. It's my 2023 Arnold's Classics predictions. This is my. Do I get enough room there? Prediction. I'm gonna get a smaller pen here. Predictions. Wow. Yeah, anyway, I'm trying a new animated feature, guys, and it's strictly for entertainment purposes only. But some educational, maybe, perhaps. But if it's not your cup of tea, which is very possible, I'll put the timestamp, so go ahead and click right to my top 5 predictions. But in this animated feature, I'm gonna show you guys their strengths and then their weaknesses, beginning, of course, with Akeem Williams. And obviously, if you've seen Akeem's physique before, you know his plus, his asset is his great big arms. Great big giant round biceps, bulbous even. Huge big delts, triceps, things of that nature. Throw in a great big man's chest. Very difficult to defeat from any of those front shots. Now, when it comes to Akeem's weaknesses, it is when he turns around. And it's not the lower half. He's got some good hamstrings there, dug out. He even has a great set of arms. It is his tiny little wee petite lat insertions. The guy needs some big boomers, some big huge lat insertions. Throw in a Christmas tree. Yeah, that would be a hard Akeem to defeat. But anyway, let's go to the next guy, Andrew Jacked. Now, Andrew, you gotta watch out for his front shots. Great big torso heap. It's his midsection. Those abs just hanging, and I mean dripping off this guy. Very impressive. So if you get caught in an abs and thigh against this guy, you're gonna lose. Now his weak points, much like Akeem Williams, it's when he turns around. Little soft, he's got some glutes. It's his hamstrings, hamstring area, very soft. Needs to get that strided up, get some lines in there, and throw some striations on them glutes too, mate. What the heck? If that was the case, if he dried out a little bit more, I mean, this guy could be very dangerous. Very dangerous. Next up on the competitors list, Big Ramy. And with the name like Big, it's his size. He's huge. There's not even enough room on this sheet. Great big Napoleon there. Other one even bigger. He's so gosh darn big that he can easily dwarf anybody. And if he's if he is in condition rather, which I have a sneaking suspicion that he is, could be trouble. Could be trouble. Him, like a lot of the guys, his weakness is, of course, when he turns around. He's got those great big delts, nice small lower back, but lack of lat insertions. Even got a Christmas tree in there when he's on. So less of a weakness than some of the guys, but definitely something he will have to deal with. And it appears Justin Rodriguez is next up on the list. Are you guys having fun with this one? It appears that I am drawing the rear lat spread of Justin Rodriguez. Did you guys see his prep pictures leading up into this Arnold's Classics? This guy here, striations in the glutes, hamstrings. This guy here could win rear lat spread of the night. And you know what? That's a good idea. Do a rate who's winning each pose. Justin Rodriguez. Do not stand next to this guy in that rear lat spread. Of course, one weakness of him, the opposite of some of the guys. What's that? Oh, that's his nose. That's his nose. Little hair queef there. One weakness of him is his midsection. Little bit of a Buddha belly. Of course, this is maybe taken out of context a little bit. I don't think it's that round. I like my man Justin, but the midsection definitely can be a weakness for this guy. He gets a little bit too full, I think, leading up into the shows, but watch out for Justin Rodriguez. Next competitor, Kamal El Garne, and his asset, of course, is his asset, his buttocks, his glutes. Look at how striated there. No, that's not the fly. And he has some dugout hamstrings, of course. Christmas tree striations all over the place. Guy may be the most conditioned guy at the 2023 Arnold's Classics. But I don't know if I have him predicted as winning this one, so why could that be? Why, oh, why, Mark's Max Muscle? Well, the thing of it is, he's just a little guy. He's a 212 athlete. He's just small. Make his head a little bit bigger, at least. His eyeballs are too high. Should be in the middle of the head. But yeah, in a lineup, he can be dwarfed. Absolutely dwarfed. Just a 212 athlete, after all. So his plus is his condition, but his weakness is his size, of course. Next up, we have Nick Walker. And this guy, he is known for freaky, peaky, no, not rhinoceros horns, bicep peaks. This guy's arms, tricep there, little fist. Those bicep peaks, and is it just me, or the other day I noticed something? I thought it was a growth at first on the end of his bicep, but you know what it was? You see that? It was somebody skiing down his bicep. A little hat there, throwing some veins for effect. Yeah, it's a ski slope, that bicep peak. There was even people skiing down it, for goodness sakes. So this guy here, you don't want to stand next to this guy in a front double. You're going to look like, what did Arnold used to say, a girly man? But one thing that can hurt Nick Walker, and I'm sure somebody would mention it in the comment section below, his structure. He's got a little bit of a wide waist. Of course, having great big giant mountains for arms kind of offsets that big waist. Big giant tree trunks for legs as well. Ripples all over the place. But yeah, having that wide waist is going to be drawn out by a guy like Andrew Jacked. Of course, Nick has very separated abs. They're going to need a divorce lawyer, I can tell you that. So Nick Walker, you might call his waistline a disadvantage. I kind of call it an advantage. Both ears there. I kind of call it an advantage compared to some guys, especially if their abs are not showing. A little too smooth monsoon. So Nick Walker, he's going to definitely mean business. Next up on the list, competitor number 7, Patrick Moore. This guy's strengths are his just unbelievable lines. Look at the grill on him. Look at the grill. Always smiling. Nice white teeth. Incredible lines. And if you've seen this guy hit the side tricep, his waistline just disappears. Wheels look not too bad either. There's a nice little side tricep. But yeah, his structure is his strength. But the funny thing is here, his weakness is also, like I said, his structure, which would include some of the front shots. Obviously, he looked incredible in that side tricep, but some of the front shots, his upper body, it appears to be a little bit on the short side, and his wheels go way down. And, you know, Mike Katz, what's his name, Ken Waller, he hits the wrong pose the wrong way, ends up looking like a big spider. Those are his knees, by the way, little knock knees. I don't think he really has knock knees. I think basically he just has a short torso and long legs without the knock knees. Great bodybuilder. Competitor number 8, Samson Dauda. What's his weak point? We're drawing a rear lat spread here. Nice big wide traps there, and show the arms. I do not think that this is a weak point at all. In fact, I've seen some physique updates, and if I'm not mistaken, I think there's striations in those glutes. And obviously, he always has ripped to shreds monsoon hamstrings. So if he does bring these striated glutes, he could win the show. But if he brings the softer side of the derriere, which we generally see, he might not win. But he's still going to place high, guys. I do not see any weak points in Samson Dauda's armor. But we'll see in my top 5 predictions. Competitor number 9, Sean Clarita. I mean, how could you draw this guy's physique? This chest is just ripped to shreds out of granite abs. I mean, there's veins all over the place. Condition-wise, you can't even see this guy. He has muscles up there, and more striations and ripples just everywhere. So where are the judges going to place him? Is he going to win? He's definitely going to be the most conditioned guy out there. But that's his strengths. His weakness is his size. Much like Kamal, just a little guy. Even smaller. So That could be his downfall. We'll see in my predictions. Could get interesting. Last but not least, certainly not least, is William Bonac. This guy's strengths obviously are in his back development. Never in my life have I seen glutes so striated, solid, ripped. Like I said, ripped to shreds, diced to the socks. What does Louis Marco say? Prepper! Back just full of muscle. He may very well win the back shots of the night. So look out, Justin Rodriguez. And those are his strengths, obviously. What's his weakness? Is it his structure? Little wide waist, maybe not quite as wide as Walker's? Well, the thing of it is, there is no separation in those abs most of the time. Will there be separation at the Arnold Classic? I hope so. But yeah, that's definitely a weak point. That's his weakness. No, not much separation in those abs. So having said that, that is your competitors list for the 2023 Arnold's Classics. All their strengths, all their weaknesses. And now I will give you my top 5 predictions, beginning with the guy I believe will place in 5th, Sean Clarida, however you like to pronounce it. He is a 212 division champion. I believe he is going to give a lot of guys a lot of trouble. He's going to defeat a lot of guys here, but he's not going to win the show. In my opinion, hey, if he wins, I'll be the first to admit, size means nothing. I just think there's going to be a lot of focus on condition with those big guys. And when it comes to equal condition, it's going to be all she wrote. But 5th place, not too shabs. In 4th place, I know, Andrew Jacked. I know this is going to upset some people. But I think that Andrew Jacked is great. I just believe that 3, 2, and 1 are even greater. This is a thick lineup, guys. So for Andrew Jack, to place 4th, not bad. He can get 2nd. He can even win, like I said. He gets those glutes. A couple lines in those glutes. Hamstrings. Particular hamstrings. Could win. Structure-wise. But yeah, Andrew Jack in 4th. In 3rd place, and this gets a little bit hairy, if you will, Samson Dauda. Oh, so many people are predicting him to win. I'm sure Samson and his camp believe that he is going to win. His entourage, so to speak. His people, his peeps. Supporters, so to speak. And you can't blame them. I think he could also win. I definitely think he could win. But I got him in 3rd. So your top 2 is obviously between Nick Walker and Big Ramy. Wow, it's going to be a good old matchup. How do I have Big Ramy way up there like that? A lot of people are writing him off. Mathematically, he was still defeating Andrew Jack and Samson Dauda at the Olympia, was he not? So, on paper, this is basically the Olympia placings. I guess it's a safe bet, but honestly, this is how I believe that it's going to land. I honestly think that it's going to be down to Nick Walker and Big Ramy. So on paper, Nick's going to win? No, I believe Big Ramy will be the winner. So it's not exactly the Olympia placings, is it? But yes, I honestly think, guys, he was constipated. He really needed to take one, and it can affect your physique. Especially at the Olympia time, you got to put that food to you. And if your belly's rumbling, you're not feeling good, you can't put away that food. I mean, your physique's going to show. After you do unload, you know how great you feel? You're like, yahoo! So, yeah, get some Fiberlize from Dave Palumbo, and maybe he did. Maybe he sent him a case. Could be a plug from Dave, too. But yeah, it is debatable, guys. A lot of people have Ramy down in 4th, 5th even. Could be. I get him in 1st, and I get Nick Walker in 2nd. Obviously, Samson Dauda 3rd there, and Andrew Jack 4th, and Sean Clarida 5th. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a new situation, this animation stuff. And if you guys like it, let me know. And I obviously am not going to be doing it for every video, but just a fun little change, new things, staying the same, but change, evolve, I guess. Hit thumbs up, guys. I love you either way. You guys know that. Have a great one.